All right, welcome back, everybody. So I do just want to remind you that before we get into the game jam, if you are interested in participating, you can just by joining the Code Ally community. If you already have kidOYO in your school, signing up is simple. Just make sure you're signed up into your kidOYO account. Then go to codeLI.org, and up in the upper right-hand corner here, where you see my community dropdown, you'll see a join community button. Go ahead and click that. If you are not a member of kidOYO, you will have to first sign up and get an account. Then you can join the community. If you are already a part of the community and you are not signed in, what are you doing? Get signed in. You know what to do by now. So we are going to go ahead and start our game jam evaluations. So I'm just going to click on the challenges and get into it. So this month's game jam theme was dreams. So first up, we have hard work is appreciated. So this is my first game jam. I'm very nervous. All right, I will take the judging lightly in that case. Thank you for the submission. So let's see what we have here. I'm going to go full screen so we're not showing off too much of the code. All right, so I'm just going to kind of like park my sprite over here somewhere so I can actually read what it says. I'm probably going to die before I even get to do that. Okay, I'm going to restart this just so we can see that. You are stuck in a dream with weird birds and lions. You have 3 lives and must survive. No lasers, that would make it too easy. If you win, you wake up. If you lose, I stay trapped forever. Please help me get out. So is it you or is it me? You kind of go back and forth there, but we won't take off points for that. All right, so I think I can just kind of park up here. And I think there's a time limit, and after time expires, I go on to, here we go, the next level. Weird, there was supposed to be 1 level. Yes, there was. Looks like I'm on level 2. So I think I just stay here for a while, and then I'm either going to win or get brought to, I guess, level 3. All right, so I win, I survived. I'm just going to let it go through, and I'll lose the game just so we can see that result. But thank you for the submission. As you can see, this is one of our platformer style games. You just need to last a certain amount of time and you win. Otherwise, if you run out of lives, you lose. Not a bad game, but I would have liked to see some tighter adherence to the dreams theme. I like the idea of kind of fighting your way out of a dream, but if you had something like maybe a little story sequence in the beginning where Oyobot's going to sleep and then he starts dreaming like a nightmare, and you somehow make the platform more themed like it was a nightmare that you have to escape. I think that would take just a little bit extra code and would tie much more closely into the theme and work a little bit better. Some other critiques I have just for the gameplay. The sprites do move a little quick, like this sprite on the bottom's a little quick. It's a little glitchy, that just may be because I'm streaming. But I would have liked to see maybe some a game map setup in which I can't really just park here and stay here the whole time. I know on the last level that's not an issue, but on the first and second is also these low platforms here. Once you run into them, they make you jump up because they're just touching the Oyobot's head, so you can't really walk under them. But that said, thank you for the submission. Let's go on to our next Game Jam submission. And this one comes from Cool Gabe. If you couldn't tell, I'm losing my voice a little bit today, so I apologize. I think I'm going to be able to get through all of this today. Let's see. This is a clicker style game, and implements some use of global variables, which is pretty cool. Cloud variables, rather. All right, so it is a clicker game. It's a little confusing because, as you can see, my dreams are right here. These are, I guess, the clicks you get. But then it appends to this global clicks number. So I guess this is, it's hard to say, but I guess this is the total number of clicks that anybody who's played this game has contributed. I don't know, maybe a cool thing to have. I thought I tested this earlier and I went above, but perhaps I didn't. Let's see for the power-ups. Our power-ups, I don't think I can buy any of these. I thought I remember seeing a cheaper one. I'll close that. I'm just going to run this up real quick as I'm talking. When I tested this earlier, I think I remember seeing the cheapest clicks being 150, which I'm not using a mouse, I'm using a trackpad. That's why I can go decently quick. There we go. I can see the dreams here. So one thing I'd like to critique at this point, as you can see, the use of cloud variables is a nice addition. A lot of people don't add it. However, these cloud variables are kind of covering the upgrades. I would have liked to see these cloud variables displayed either a little out of frame so that they're not covering everything up. Let me bring back the Dream Shop. So they're not covering everything, or you can actually hide these variables and show them again depending on the screen that's being shown. In addition to that, it's not great to have the buttons be the letters themselves, because very often if I want to click here, it won't work. In this case it does, but it's not very apparent. So adding a box that is both visible and clickable around the button, around the text rather, is definitely advantageous. I do like how the store is something you can go to, that ability to navigate to that menu is always nice. Yeah, but I would have liked to see a little tighter adherence to the theme. Once again, that's, typically my my critique, but in this case it just looked like you added the word dream to all the buttons, but there wasn't too much past just adding the word dream, I guess. So not too tight adherence to the theme, but you did add a separate shop and you did implement cloud variables, which is always good to see. So thank you for that submission. Let's go on to, I don't even know who this is because they were able to completely clear their name. I think it's actually just a bunch of underscores, so I'm going to call this competitor underscore. Or in this case, maybe this is hello. I'm not really sure, but dreams by hello. Okay, deep in the bamboo forest. I guess I just move around. We got a panda here. A panda trying to find the mythical bamboo. Here it is. And I guess that is the game. It was just a dream. All right, so I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so I do like that OyoBot is sleeping in the beginning, so you do kind of start with a dream sequence, or you do kind of start out with a story that precedes a dream sequence, but there's not much to it. There could be a little more detail to it. Why is the OyoBot dreaming of pandas, or that the OyoBot is a panda? Would have liked to see maybe some kind of tasks or something you need to collect or something you need to avoid. I'm just literally holding the up and right arrow keys and going through the maze without doing anything else. So I would have liked to see a little bit more gameplay. But otherwise, thank you for that submission. I once again, I guess I'll call you underline. Maybe this is hello. Let's continue on. So I think the greatest coder may be I think we have two siblings competing in this game jam. It threw me off for a second because I thought it was the same person submitting twice, but two people, I guess, just had two siblings just have the first names that start with the same letter. So I looked over it at first, but they're definitely two different people. I'm guessing they are siblings, but I guess we might have a little bit of a sibling rivalry. So this user, the greatest coder, did give a warning that their game is a little bit laggy. And I think that is especially so being that I am streaming at the same time. There must be a way to overcome this. I'm not quite sure what it is. I know you did use define blocks, and the screen refresh can fix that sometimes. I know I messed around with your code a little bit, and it didn't quite fix it. But there should be a way that the code is a little bit less laggy, but we're going through. It's clearly nighttime, not this dream. This type of dream. Okay. You're probably wondering how to play this. I am. So I will tell you. All right, so I do like instructions anytime they're added. It's a very easy and quick way to upgrade your projects pretty quickly. So you will enter a dream and you must defeat the enemies to wake up. If you don't win, you are stuck in the dream forever, missing the apostrophe and the E. Good luck. Enter the bed. Done. Whoa, this is cool. All right, so right now we have a dream cloud around the stage, and then it's kind of fading in and out to give that cloud effect. I do like that fading in and out parkour, so I guess I need to just hold the right and jump arrow keys. I remember playing this now. This is very hard. With the amount of lag there is, it's very difficult to control this. This actually reminds me of a project one of my friends worked on in college. They need to create a flight simulator for astronauts, or I guess not astronauts, but people piloting a type of space drones, because the distance is so great from these drones to mission control that there's a huge lag, and you need to be able to pilot a ship with like several second delay. I think it was like a 30-second delay, something crazy. This isn't quite 30 seconds, but it still makes it very difficult to control. I did not get super far into this. I did beat this level, but as you know, I am not the greatest platformer, especially with the increased lag that happens not only from this game, but just from it running while I'm streaming. So I don't think I'm going to torture you too much longer with my poor gameplay ability. So I did go through and I did get to look at the levels, but I don't think I'm going to be able to move through them during the stream. So thank you for that submission, the greatest coder. Maybe in the future we can work out some of these bugs and figure out what's causing everything to be so laggy. Our next submission is from Irrational Number with the warning that this is unfinished. See if I can fix my window capture, because I think I see it changing. All right, that didn't work. Let's go back to automatic. There we go. All right, hopefully this doesn't fade away every time I click somewhere. So this is another platformer. And let's see how it goes. So another platforming game, someone self-aware of the trope of everyone making platforming games. All right, find alarm clock. Although this is a little bit harsher, I do like, a little harsher than regular just printed text. I do like the subtle touch of some handwritten text here. All right, so we have a platformer, we have that kind of ghost effect of the sprite moving around, and right now it has a trampoline. So this is clearly evidenced by these code blocks. Someone who dreams of code, and not someone who dreams of code only, but someone who dreams of code in Hatch. This one can be pretty difficult because moving up that platform, you kind of get stuck and then move, stuck and then moves. So I did do this before. While streaming, it just may be a little laggy and hard to control. So stick with me. I'm going to get through hopefully the second level. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to inch up. I think I got it. Did it. All right. So we see some more code blocks. I don't know if that's just, I guess that's a bunch of letter A's, like he's yelling, this whoever wrote the sign. So this is the door I need to unlock. It is not unlocked yet, so I'm going to just go through. With all the progress I made, I want to make sure I do not. I think I'm going to get a running start and jump off this platform. Did it? So this is a little confusing right now. It looks like I just pushed the key, but this is actually a collection. So a little critique here. I would have liked to see like a little box around here. Maybe the key shrinks down and sits in a box, so it's clear that I collected it and I just didn't push it out of bounds. But yeah, okay. All right, I avoided that. Should be in the clear. I like Tango. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Some processing logos. So this is someone who dreams in not only Hatch, but a variety of languages, it seems. I like that little shrinking animation there. It's a nice touch. I think the game is done at this point. It was commented that it was finished. It fades to black. And I waited for a while. It did not show up. Yeah, in the future, definitely, if you do have like a fading animation like that, make sure there isn't such a delay before it fades. People, when these games are under development, a lot of us are just going to assume that you just didn't finish it and not see the fading animation, but nothing really comes after this fading animation. So that's it for this game. So thank you, Irrational Number, for that submission. Next, we are on to Pandan the Coder, if I'm saying that correctly. So this is, I forget what this was called. All right. Let me read this. Wow, it's almost nighttime. I've been playing outside for the whole day. So we do have some storytelling animations, which are good to see. I mean, maybe it'd be better if it was Oyo Butt instead of Scratch Cat, but I won't knock it for any points off for that. All right. Dreams, a puzzle game. Okay. Why is my room gray? I guess I will go downstairs. Why is this room gray? No, you won't. Where did you come from? I am the small Sphinx from Egypt, and here is your riddle. Can you help me? I guess we're changing who he's talking to. An impersonator pretends to blank someone else. Add the thing that babies do. Add the thing that babies do that gets liquid below their mouths, making the baby look gross. Remove the last letter and add the letter before night's first letter. What string do you get? Okay, so an impersonator pretends to be someone else, I guess. Pretends to be, yeah, I guess it has to be someone else. Um, and the one thing that babies do that gets liquid below their mouths. So unfortunately, I guess I have to go through the list of different words that describes this. So sorry for anybody who doesn't want to hear this, but the words would either be vomit, throw up, puke. I don't really know if I need to go through all the others. Um, I'm gonna go with vomit, I guess. The last letter is T. Um, oh wait, remove the last letter. Wait, remove the last letter. Oh, so that's not it. I'm trying to guess some words here. Okay. Um, let's come back to that. Remove the last letter and add the letter before night's first letter. This is confusing. So remove the last letter and add the letter before night's first letter. So before night's first letter, I guess, is a space, or I guess it's just E. So we have something like dash. I'm going to put a dash to separate it. E at the end. I'm typing down here so you can see. An impersonator pretends to be someone. Add the thing that babies do that gets liquid below their mouths. Vomit. I'm going to go with. Remove the last letter. That's not it. Um, nope. E is the same letter as that. Um, I don't think I'm going to solve the Sphinx's riddle. Add the thing that babies do that gets liquid below their mouth. I'm just going to purposely get it wrong because at this point I know that I can't. And I even looked it up before and I can't remember. I just typed in some letters. Bedroom. So B, they, oh, drool. Never mind. So the word that they weren't describing babies throwing up, they're describing babies drooling. I understand that now, but I think it's a little vague. But interesting to have a puzzle game. I kind of just want to go through this one more time. So the answer is bedroom. Oh, and I think I understand. Okay, so the first thing is a an something pretends to be someone, so B E, and then drool, so bedrew, and then when they say the letter before the first letter of night, which is N, they don't they mean the letter before that letter within the alphabet. So that's how it gets to bedroom. So let's just see if there's anything beyond this. Correct. Now you can leave the bedroom. All right. A few minutes later. Here are three keys. Only one key opens this door. Here's a hint. The brightness of the key is the highest. The brightness of the correct key is the highest, is the one I am assuming. So if we zoom in here, it looks like the middle key is the brightest. It also looks the most saturated, so it could be a little hard to tell. Type in the correct key. A is the left one, B is the middle one. So I'm going to go with B. Hopefully, I got the right I got the right, whether it's capitalized or not. I hope there aren't something. I didn't read it. The Sphinx just appears out of nowhere and gives another riddle. The color that I'm thinking of appears when it rains and suns. When it rains and when it's sunny. Uh, Reminds you of water, but also the ground. What color is it? Okay, that's confusing. The color that I'm thinking of appears when it rains and suns. So when it rains, it's gray. There's raindrops, which people think of as being blue. It reminds you of the water, but also the ground. So blue obviously reminds you of the water, but green typically reminds you of the ground, um, or brown sometimes. Um, I'm just gonna go with blue and hope for the best. I don't really have an answer for this one. So it was green. Green definitely doesn't make me think of water, though. All right, so once we lose the riddles, we get to exit the dream and start the day. I definitely appreciate the originality of this submission. So typically, a lot of people like to submit platformers, as you've seen. This is more of a story game. Riddles, I do like the concept. I would have liked maybe a little bit more clarity when you're giving a lot of these verbal riddles. Um, Being precise with your language is important. For example, the letter before night. Well, if it's before the word night, in that sentence it was the letter E, because E is the last letter before, but you might want to specify it's the first in the it's the letter that precedes that letter in the alphabet. But definitely a unique take on the game. I definitely appreciate this one. So thank you for that submission, Pandan the Coder. And last we have Hello Lee. I should also note I did have my headphones muted for this. I'm not hopefully we're going to get some sound coming through. I did something, my audio wasn't working a little bit earlier, so let's see. I'm not getting any audio, which I know there's audio for this one, so let me see if I can just switch this to, I don't even, hold on a sec, I don't even see my headphones on here, so let's see if we can fix this real quick. I'm just going to connect my headphones, because if my headphones aren't connected, the sound doesn't come through the way I had everything set up. So let's see if this connects them. All right, so it says connected. Let's run this again, see if anything happens. So it looks like maybe not. Oh, I do maybe have some sound coming through. I'm not sure. So unfortunately, it looks like the sound isn't going to work, but I can say that in this game, there are some audible directions. It gives this whole long backstory of this game. Um, Pretty creative. That said, I'm not able to move um, as I was before. I'm gonna try doing a hard refresh just see if that fixes it. But when I played this earlier, I did actually run into this problem where I would press play and okay, yeah. So something causes the game to kind of get stuck and not move, but Otherwise, this is looking pretty good right now. So it does give directions, which I really like. Very often people don't give directions and I don't really know how to play their game. And sometimes I can go through and just assume that somebody's game doesn't work. So in the future, if you are submitting this, make sure to include directions, and you may even want to include a video of you playing through the game and submit that along with your game link. It just gives me an idea of what needs to be done to play your game. Sorry about that. All right, so I do know that I can use B to shoot these kind of energy waves, and depending on the direction I'm moving, they shoot in that direction. I can sprint by pressing the space bar and it recharges. It doesn't really show you that it recharges, but does recharge. It kind of just makes you jump forward. And then lastly, and I think this is the coolest feature, is the map. So the map pulls up a grid and it shows where you are. So as you can see, I'm in this middle section here. And if I move off screen to the right, you can see there's these bad guys. When I touch them, I get hurt. Trying not to. There we go. And if I press the map now, you'll see that I'm one notch over to the right. And right now I'm on an island. Oh, whoops, I keep pressing map, not B. Okay, I guess I'm back at the beginning. I'm trying not, oh, yeah, so this unfortunately is the problem I encountered playing the game, and that is it kind of just starts glitching. Like I get stuck on levels. Like this, I can't shoot anything, and I can never get more than one frame away from the center. And I'm really not sure what the goal is beyond not dying and trying to escape, but I can't escape because I get stuck on these one levels. Sometimes the players hurt me, sometimes they don't. So to be honest, if we didn't have these glitches, I would say this is easily above and beyond the best game. Having a map feature like this is really, really impressive to me, as well as some of these small animations going on. So as I move around, little walking animation's nice. The character blinks every once in a while. Stuff like that are really nice features. These clouds that scroll across gives a nice background aesthetic, but unfortunately, there's just too many bugs in this game to really be able to play it to what I think could be its full extent. And you know what, it does tie, it doesn't tie it to the dream theme as much as I would have liked, but if I recall, this had some nice dream themed music playing behind it, and it does actually give in that backstory when the game starts this whole explanation of you're dreaming and you're trying to get off, I believe it's an island. But yeah, definitely original take. Thank you for this submission. Hello Li. I did play your game. I do know that it is not Hello Lee, it is Hello Li. So thank you, Hello Li, for that submission. So it was pretty tough judging these. We had some good submissions or some close submissions coming through. But this month's Game Jam winner, I'm going to have to give to Irrational Number. The game did work. It was pretty unique that you had to go through, collect the keys, and there was kind of this dream theme going on where it's like the dreams of someone who's just been coding all day. I kind of like that touch. That theme did work well for me. That said, if Hello Li's game wasn't having the bugs I encountered, it would hands down have won. I definitely appreciate the tackling of a non-platformer style game. It also kind of ties in with the RPG lessons I've been doing, which I kind of like to see. And some of those features were just really good. I just had to knock it only because I couldn't get beyond one frame outside of the starting position. If I could expand a little bit beyond that, I would have had to given it to Hello Li. But congratulations to Rational Number for this week's win. So thanks everyone for competing in this month's Game Jam. Once again, if you would like to join, you can always join the kidOYO community. We host these Game Jams every month and we stream the results to dark mode. If you want to join, just make sure you're signed into your OYO class account and then go to kidOYO.org. It's shown up here, kidOYO.org, and then just click join community. I know there's a lot of people who are pretty active in here talking, and I know there's a lot of people who are active in here talking and collaborating on different projects. I'm just going to look through the some of the posts here real quick before I announce next month's Game Jam theme. So when are we going to see the winners and badge receivers? Right now. So everyone who submitted a valid project gets a badge, though there is only one winner. Is it possible to hide all sprites at once, or do I have to use broadcasting? You can use broadcasting to hide all sprites at once. Otherwise, you just want to do it when the green flag is clicked. Why can't we chat in the stream? So because a lot of you are under the age of 18, you cannot actually have the chat feature enabled, or you really shouldn't be. So because we are in that position, we don't have the chat enabled, but you can always post on the wall. Typically, I also let people know that if they want to participate or want to have a shout out, to post it on the wall, and I'll keep an eye out. When you can't use Firebase because you're too young, yeah, I guess so. But I will say that using databases is definitely a admirable thing to start tackling at any time. All right, so once again, thanks everybody for watching, and thanks for competing in the Game Jams. Next month's Game Jam theme is Dying Planet. So Dying Planet is a pretty wide open theme. It could be tied in a bunch of different ways. Is it this planet? Is it another planet? Are you using are you being pretty generous with your interpretation of what a planet is? There's a bunch of different games you can make for this. Venturing outside of the platformer genre is definitely appreciated and wins you some bonus points. But that has been it for this month's Dark Mode. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you in the next stream.